So, I guess I should have asked you what you were reading, because Harriet Mullen was absolutely what I was doing. I had it all. Okay. Anyway, so I'm going to do Angela Jackson. She's a wonderful book. I'll tell you, when I got it, it's a wonderful book. For so many reasons. I read my first poem in first grade. I loved the magical sounds of the poem, the delightful play of words. I remember bits of that poem still. Once there was an elephant who tried to use the telephone. Oh no, I meant an elephone who tried to use the telephone. I was happy. I write poems for my own well-being, the well-being of black people, all people, and the well-being of God's creations. That's Angela Jackson. And this is for Fannie, of Fannie Lou Hamer. And one of the things I like about this is, if you don't know your history of the movement, this book will tell you your history in very real ways. But between the photographs, the essays, the I statements, and the poems, if any of you, and probably some of you young people are like, who's Fannie Hamer? I know who Martin Luther King is. I know who Rosa Parks is. Fannie Lou Hamer is the stuff, okay? And actually lost organs demonstrating and being beaten. I think she lost a kidney, and stood up for stuff. Fannie sang in jailhouse cells. Don't you know her song swung the bars high in the window, back and forth between snot, hard tears, and stars? Fannie Hamer sang about climbing Jacob's ladder, rung by rung. That cottony voice rose above smoke and robes and swamps, dust, roads, lynch ropes and water hoses, dogs, badges, and mud, weary, beaten bones, and bullets. Miss Fannie sang about climbing Jacob's ladder, wrestling angels, climbing, swinging rung by rung, from crying to shining, bringing one by one from crying to shining. As far as the heart can see, as far as the back can carry. Fannie sang in jailhouse cells. Do you know her songs? Have you ever seen a queen spider dance? She seems to be kneeling, but is not. She is always getting up. Have you ever seen a queen spider dance? Some of them have wings. Yeah. So, I, as a rule, I hate photographs of myself, okay? And my husband is really big on photographs, so he's like, why do we have photographs up in the house? And I said, well, because if I'm in them, I don't like the photographs of myself. There's a couple of us I like, but anyway, this woman, I'm like, can I hire her to follow me? Okay, maybe I Raised by a father who loved words and a mother who loved colors and textures, I was surrounded from the womb by the arts. A 1950s early childhood found me in North Beach, near the Artists and Writers, where my father worked and wrote and my mother worked and painted. And that was where I met Bob Kaufman when I was a toddler, but never really knew him until I found his book, Golden Sardines, in one of the many shelves that made up the small library of our home. I was brought up in a home of activism, raised to know the quality of people rested in the way they treated other people and the way they treated themselves, and that allowing anything less than freedom and dignity for everyone was accepting the underside of what was human, but not humane. And the poem that Mr. War picked was On Continuing to Struggle, which is for Mumia Abu-Jamal. I don't want to write a memorial poem in commemoration of the fact that another knot was tied in our tongues. I don't want to write the "we gave more blood to water their poison crops" poem, the "on reviewing the execution of another black man" poem, a man who could see through cells without windows, who could speak though bound and gagged, who could lead under chain behind bars from isolated chambers, while penned in a land where, as a matter of policy, family is forbidden to touch except through glass. Who of us could hold their heart intact? Who of us could keep the vision strong that others become bright? Who of us could hold their heart intact? Who of us could keep the vision so strong that others become bright in the glow? I don't want to write the "we tried but ain't it a shame" poem, the "what a goddamn crime" poem, the "we did all we could but still" poem, the "they won this round but we'll get them the next time" poem, the "lost more ground this time" poem, the "they killed him anyway" poem, the "we didn't stop them" poem. I'm not going to carry banners of defeat and wear shackles of resignation. I say I want to sing praises and celebration, not through mourning. Say I want to give thanks for community that is birthing new freedoms, not bearing new kills. I'm going to work on the "road is long but we still trucking" poem. Going to work on the "keep scaling that mountain" poem. Going to work on the "making sure there are better days ahead" poem. Working on the "free Mumia" poem. Working on "free Mumia." Working on seeing Mumia free. Thank you.